Marsha? Which one do I like, you guys?
Mm.
Hi, good morning. We're live. Welcome to the Spiritual View, everyone. Hi, everyone in the chat. Oh my gosh, I'm a little bit rattled. Peggy, everybody, we're sending you so much love. So I'm in Florida. Yay. Tampa Bay. Super fortunate, guys. Thank you. I love these women for all their support. I can't believe how lucky and fortunate I am. So, so much heartfelt love for you guys in the chat and everybody who's gone through this and everything that's to come, because Dawn's going to explain it and we're going to be fine here at The View because we're going to lift each other up, and that's what this is about. It's a super safe place to come and cry, I guess. I'm sorry to start your morning like this. It's actually tears of gratitude. We can all be here today, and I'm sorry I missed you all Friday. I missed you a lot, but I was out helping people that were less fortunate than me. So I just want to thank you all again, my girls and everybody in the chat. Peggy, you're so amazing, and we're gonna be praying for you. We're gonna get right into that. So without any further ado, I would like you all to say good morning to Sari, our little chakra clearing, grounding guru. She's gonna
I'm your chakra fairy.
Our little chakra fairy. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Thank you, Rebecca. I'm good. I'm very blessed. You guys, I'm sorry. These tears are for a lot of people who are suffering and for my gratitude. All right. So I'm just enough of this. Sari, take over.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. And we're going to start with a clearing. So I'd like everyone just to relax and close your eyes. And we're just going to get grounded into our bodies. We're going to take a couple of nice, deep cleansing breaths as you settle in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose again, out through the mouth. We have this beautiful white light today with purple sparkles at the soul star chakra about 2 feet above our head. And that beautiful white light's going to move all the way through our chakras, cleansing and aligning and connecting us with Mother Gaia. The light moves down to the top of our head, the crown, cleansing, balancing, aligning, moving down to the third eye, opening up our clairs, our intuition, our high priestess energy, continuing to move down to the throat chakra. Archangel Gabriel is here to help us speak our truth and stand in our authenticity of who we are. Continuing down to the heart chakra, opening up our hearts to unconditional love. Continuing down to the solar plexus, cleansing, aligning, ensuring that we have our personal power and where we find our joy. Continuing down to the sacral, aligning, balancing, cleansing, down to the root, helping us feel safe and secure in our space. The light moves down our legs to our ankles, our feet, out the toes, deep into Mother Gaia. Feel the energy of Mother Gaia's love, divine guidance and support, securing our space, helping us to feel safe and connected with all the elements. The light comes back to meet our feet, all the way through the legs and through the chakras once again, the root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown. And the white light goes all the way up into the heavens and connects us with Source. And the light comes down around each one of us in a beautiful cone of protective light. We also have Archangel Michael here today to give us strength and protection for the energy of the week ahead and to keep us safe. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we are clear. All right, let's get started. Thank you. Over to Dawn, who's going to give us a lot more information about the astrology of what's coming on Wednesday.
Hello, everyone. And I will say we're already in the energy of that solar eclipse. And I'm going to use Peggy's family as an illustration of kind of what is going to be coming in the future and what we can. What I see is we're going to have things coming up. We're going to have a square to Mars with this. Today we actually have Mercury is going to be conjunct the sun. And then on Wednesday, we are going to have Mercury in a conjunction with Black Moon Lilith, and the sun and moon are all at the same degree. Black Moon Lilith, the sun and the moon, all at the same degree. Mercury is within 2 degrees. All of those are squaring Mars. And that's a very strong energy. Later in the month, we are also going to get a Mars-Pluto opposition. So more things coming out. But a lot of what's going to be coming is, I think of the storm as this kind of energy, the tower that has just happened. And we're going to be getting more of these. We're going to have more weather issues. There's going to be a lot more water issues. I have been getting the sensation of rising water. Even this morning, I still got the sensation of rising water. So I think there's going to be natural disasters all over the world. And then also, I think I also yesterday drew the death card. This is very much about Capricorn energy. And for me, it's Pluto being back in Capricorn. And there's a lot of things changing in different governments. There's a lot of things that are going to be going on in the Middle East that's going to ramp up. And it's going to be more and more difficult. But when I did a reading just specifically on Mars squaring everything yesterday, I was very happy and surprised to get a lot of really good energy and good news. And it kind of tied in what was happening with Peggy's grandson, Chase, where he was over out east. They got the hurricane. They closed down the school. There's no electricity. Electricity people, see? And we are very much able to then help other people. Because the other thing I got, this is what the divine feminine is going to be all about through all of this energy. We are in the receiving mode. These women are taking care of other people out there. And that's exactly what happened with Chase, Peggy's grandson. A family that also had a first-year student in college has taken him, and the communities surrounding the affected area have been helping out as much as they can. And that is the 10 of Cups energy, the feminine energy that is going to be helping through all of the situations that are coming up. This is where the divine feminine is showing up. And I was so glad that I connected with that energy, because this is going to be taking us completely forward into what is going on in the future. And the other thing that I pulled in the cards yesterday was there are people out there to help out. This reminds me of the linemen that are out there trying to fix things, right? They're out there trying to do their job, and other people can all help be part of that energy. So there's a lot of things that are going to be coming in. The other thing that I really got was take a little time to be prepared. When I drew this yesterday, I was like, oh, normally it's like the feeling of being blocked, that you need to instead take an extra pentacle and maybe have extra water in your house. Maybe have things that you don't have to have any heat or any kind of electricity to have food, right? And things that aren't necessarily like bread, but things that are like, anybody can open a can of ravioli or something like that. Anything like that you can have in, nuts, things like that, that you can have like a high protein thing that is going to help tide you through and have several days worth of it. I know that a lot of people, including some of my family members that are in that area, they are not going to be getting any electricity. They're looking at Wednesday as the first that they might be able to get electric energy in. So being prepared is a good idea. And this is not hoarding. This is just being prepared. If you are an area that might be a little, might be at risk, I would say have 3 gallons of water for every person in your house, and just keep rotating that through for the benefit of everyone. And even in the midst of all of this energy, we have celebration with each other. We are so thankful that we have people out there to help us. And the other energy I've been getting, and I've been reading this in a long time, is this energy of the 5 of Pentacles. To me, that 5 of Pentacles door is the door of authority, like government, people being able to help you out, right? But they're not the first people there. They're not the first people there. It's this divine feminine shows up first to help each other out, right? So I think this is what we need to be taking forward with this, because I think this is the answer. This is the answer right here. And I think more and more as we proceed through the next couple years, that is the energy of the divine feminine of receiving and taking care of things. So yes, this can stand for big government, but that's not who's going to help her first. It's us. It's divine feminine. And that doesn't have to mean that you're a woman. It means that you are in that receiving energy, and then it just flows, right? So I'll be working with Marsha and also working on the astrology, so we can get you more information, because there's just so much out there. The biggest thing I wanted to point out was that Mars energy. There's going to be issues, thank goodness, not here right now, but over in the Middle East, definitely that's going to be ramping up, because this is the same Libra eclipse that happened last year. It was a Libra new moon that this all started on just beforehand. So it's going to be ramping up this energy. So don't be surprised if that happens. Pray for everyone there. And be still in that receiving energy. And just like everyone in Elizabeth's community that is helping out where they can, do that for other people around you. And I think it is also, my last word is just a blessing that with Peggy's grandson, he is a witness to this and on the receiving end of this energy. And he's going to be one of the leaders of the future, right? These kids that are having this happen to them will be taking this into their future, knowing that, community helps community. And I think it's a super valuable lesson for everyone out there, that we have such wonderful kids out there that are going to be out there knowing what it means to lend a helping hand, right? So I will be passing this on. I think, are we going back to you, Elizabeth? Jen, did you want to say something first?
I can pull the card that I pulled for her.
Okay, go ahead.
And I did want to say, what you just said ties in with the angel message that's going to be posting for tomorrow, which it's about Pluto's final swing in Capricorn. But what it said we're bringing in was the golden cities. Like, this is where we're bringing in our golden cities. So things do have to get kind of wiped out of the way in order for us to have the space to bring this in. And I know that the destruction part is the scary part that, we're feeling right now. And so I think that ties in well with the card that I pulled from the Healing Waters Oracle. And I got King Tide, plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. Okay. An especially high tide that occurs several times a year when the moon is either new or full is closest to the earth in its monthly orbit. The king tide swells the waters of the earth. The king tide is a time of plenty and abundance. It's a time when everything seems to be at its fullest and most alive. This card delivers a message of receiving all that you've created, of opening yourself up to truly enjoy the bounty of where you are while it's here. Like in the summer, when the days are at their longest and our energy seems to be at its fullest, we're encouraged to embrace all of life with open arms to receive wholly and fully while we can. Perhaps you've been working towards this moment for a very long time. This is your reminder to enjoy it while it's here, to welcome all the knocks on your door, to experience all that life has to offer you right now. This card is full of blooming flowers and the season of summer. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, lie on the soft grass and take in the view. Do what you love and what makes you come most alive. Relish everything about this moment. What you're longing for is ready for you to embrace it. Be ready to receive it. Soul inquiry. What have you been working towards, and how can you open yourself up to receiving it more fully now while it's here? And so, I mean, this card felt weird, with what we were talking about, but how do you guys see the abundance of this? How can you see the positives that's coming out of, what is seemingly tragic? And so I am asking that to the rest of this group. So how can you bring the positives out? Where's the abundance, the gold, the treasure that's in these moments? Angie, did you have?
As you were talking, my ear was squeezing the entire time, like the cabin pressure in a plane. So that for me means listen up. Something important is being said, and like this relates to you in some way. So with that golden city energy, we kept getting those kings, the ace, the king of wands, and that fire energy on Friday, which was the opening of the heart chakra, right? That energy is, and you're talking about receiving the fullness of life and the abundance. And as Dawn was holding up her 3 of Cups, I tend to forget on that deck. I think I use it so much that I tend to forget that is the Big Dipper, right? So that's scooping up. Okay, that is the abundance. That is the flow. That is emotional energy, the sharing of that energy. And then on the 10 of Cups, it's like that rainbow is scooping up and holding everybody. So I feel like that's where the community emotions are, everybody lifting up one another. And remember that when the water does rise, that everybody goes to the same level, right? So that can be a leveling kind of feeling as well, to remind us, hey, we are all the same. Everybody has loss. Everybody works through pain. We can all help each other, scooping each other up and loving each other through that. And it is a good reminder that there's abundance in that, just in that simple lesson of, I am loved. I am so supported in this. Like, people you didn't even know probably are helping, and they're offering. And this is like, it reminds you just of humanity, right?
There is still good
and
in
that
this
for
world.
me, that is abundance,
Yeah.
right? And you said enjoying the fruits of our labor. Well, Marsha reminded us when we had our September equinox, that's harvest time. I think were your words. Like, it's harvest time. This is a time when we've waited for those 7 of Pentacles to come up out of the ground. And if what it is we're harvesting is love, that is a 3D tangible time, patience, energy, resources, assets, right? That all does connect together. And then on Friday, we had all those wands, the soul star chakra, right? And then Dawn pulled that up in her reading about Flip My Lid. And then Wendy's, I talked about, I did post a picture of why the soul star chakra, and got the chariot, which was a picture of a challenger with these big green headlights. And then underneath that was the high priestess energy with a big green eye. And then Wendy's Saturday card, if you saw her new deck, it was only a green eye on that card. And it was all about seeing something from a new perspective. When we lose things, when we are faced with those big fears of those kinds of events, it reminds us of our heart. All the things peel back and we go to what really matters. So I see that as abundance. of remembering that energy. And the dreams, I don't know if everybody's dreams kept being crazy. We talked about that Friday of that week. We're in the in-between. We've got those two eclipses, right? The top of the coaster, the bottom of the coaster, the veil is thin there. We all are going to have those intuitive hits increase. We all are going to feel those little nudges in a bigger way. And that's that flow, I feel, of that love and energy too, because that makes it easier for spirit to talk to us when we're in a loving energy, even if it is something that is not in a fun way to be reminded about our love and our hearts and our communities. But in that, it does open up everybody else's heart so that we can hear. And that would be my little take on that.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, I love that, Angie, because what I'm having the floods all around me, seeing people helping each other, number one, loving each other, the support, but the sheer strength individually I see in people and their ability to trust their intuition. Some obviously didn't, but I don't know how to speak to that. But I think that in times like this, like really finding your own strength too, you know, to make good choices. And it's just amazing when I've seen people survive. And then on an interesting kind of Aquarian sort of technological point of view. Oh, my dog, and whatever you want. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw Tampa General Hospital is one of our major public hospitals here in Tampa. It's an amazing hospital, right on the bay. It's right where Gasparilla comes in, the pirates. Rawr. Notoriously floods there. Notoriously. Well, they've built a barrier around the hospital that kept the flood out.
I saw that.
See that?
I saw that.
Amazing. Like they've worked on that a long time, and for it to work was like
that was amazing.
Isn't that like so many? I could say something funny about my ex-husband, but I won't. But it takes sandbags to another level. Okay, I'll just say that. Okay, sandbags don't work. He got on the news doing that. He'll never do this. So he's up there. Okay, but it didn't work. And my father-in-law from Cuba, 96, he has everything in his garage. Well, it flooded, and he's a mess. So I'm just going on and on. But I saw here was like, okay, you just have to trust your gut on what you're going to do. Go. And then when you got there, you had to open your heart up to let people in to help. And if you're okay to go help, you know? And I have one neighbor who hasn't left her house yet, and we're the lucky ones. I'm like, you need to go take a drive. She's having Monday blues. And I'm like, no. We're going to be grateful, you know, and it's all your perspective, everybody, and a lot of prayer and faith about all of this to come. Okay.
Are we ready to start? Okay. Let's see. We're starting with Marsha.
Oh, Marsha. Okay, sorry.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, and I'll just circle back to quickly what Dawn said, that astronomically and astrologically, what's ahead will give us all some grit and resilience, and it is certainly seeding the next great generation. That's for sure. So whatever we collectively and they go through, it will strengthen us all. So I actually have pulled cards for Monique, who is a longtime subscriber. She might have been here from the very get-go. She is commented that she couldn't be here today, but she is actually in court right now, finishing up her divorce hearing. So
in an effort to collectively give her our love and support, I told her I would pull cards. No matter what end of that scale of justice you're on, that's not a fun time. It's just not a fun time for anybody. I was involved in litigation for a long time and from the periphery, and it still has an impact on your soul. So Monique, we're sending you love. The cards that I pulled for you, I pulled some cards from the Sacred Traveler deck because you're off on a new journey. And right out of the gate, you've got infinite abundance. So congratulations, abundance is pouring into your life. Even if you don't feel it this second, hopefully you do. Hopefully, if this is a settlement, it is totally in your favor. But despite that, notice there, this is apple picking season. And she has gathered friends and family around, getting kind of back to the roots, abundance in so many ways other than, right, money and property and things like that. So I feel like this move for you has really kind of put you back on your path for abundance. It's not lost on me that it's coming right around the eclipse. And so this is happening to get you back on your path. And Spirit's here to remind you it is a narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. You might have gotten off course. We allow people to make microaggressions upon us. It gets us way off our path. Spirit is right here. You're back on track. Congratulations. But Spirit's also saying this is a time, the next step is solitude. In silence, peace prevails. And isn't that the truth? So, obviously you can go many ways. If this is a celebratory moment for you, certainly embrace that, but stay private with your next moves. What I just heard was allow the remainder of the hurt to just wash over you and let it go. And this is where I launched into your reading. You come out, my love, as the Three of Swords. So obviously this, like I said, no matter which shoe you're wearing here, whether you filed or you received the papers, it's a loss. It hurts. Okay. Spirit is telling you this is your time to pause and surrender. You've got the Hanged Man here. And again, this is your solitude moment. And this is a moment to really get back on your path, contemplate what's coming next, because you're clarified in the opportunity with Two of Swords. So going to have to make some difficult decisions, I think, ahead. And when I asked what the difficult decisions were about, two cards jumped out, volunteered themselves as Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. So Monique, my love, we make connections when we are married to people and friendships and family relations. And then when you divorce, the divvying up of the personal relationships can get very sticky. And I feel like you're not quite out of the woods there. Gossip, betrayal, something of that is still to be revealed, okay? And let that play out with this eclipse, okay? Don't take action. Spirit's saying you don't have to do a thing, okay? When I asked if he could give us a little more clue about who this betrayal is coming from, we got Six of Pentacles. So immediately, of course, I thought of the scales there being balanced, okay? This could still be the ex, soon to be ex. And then I got Six of Cups. So definitely this person, a family member, or the ex, this person from the past, maybe perhaps had been breadcrumbing you, but something there doesn't feel quite safe for you. So just keep that boundary aware in your mind, okay? You're moving on, though. Your energy that you're presenting out is, hello, the Fool. And I just love that for you. The energy around you is the Empress. You're creating a new life. Of course you are. And, Mother Gaia, the eclipse, all this time, and Spirit are telling you, just take your time, Monique. Spend this time to gather back your strength, heal yourself, have some inner stillness to find out what you're passionate about again. And in that outcome, we've got a Virgo energy perhaps coming in the Knight of Pentacles, a reliable, stoic opportunity. So I hope that is helpful, Monique. I will pass it on. Jen has our list. So Jen, if you just want to drop it over to the next person.
That's me, right, Jen? Hi, everybody. Quick shout out to Veronica, Siobhan, and Natisha for all of your prayers and love and everybody. But I noticed you guys in the chat. Thank you. Feel it. Sending it all back too. Angie, I need you to do me a favor. If you've got the angel number books, can you look up 474? And let's get to that in a minute. And what also, you guys, I did my Wednesday reading last week ahead and packed up everything. And boom, they came out. Like the cards came out again. So Larissa, this is specifically for you. But you can't go back and look at my last Wednesday reading. Now, first of all, this is called Familiar 40. We got a lot of Angie, but anyway. This is, I want you all to know you're never alone as you go through any of this stuff. And this is to understand that your guardian angels, your spirit guides, your ascended master, God, everything you believe in, you're never alone. I want you to trust in that. This is about trusting your intuition also. It's about protection. It's also about, there's some important messages in here I want to read to Larissa as we go on. It's about, too, working through the shadow sides of ourselves, accepting them and embracing them, but bringing a lot of light to that, which is something that is inevitable here in this eclipse season. And I want you to understand that the signs and the spirits and angels that you feel, you may ask for a sign, it's going to come in a different way. It's a bit of a shapeshifter. But this is such a beautiful card in that regard. And for any of you who may feel lost, this is a time to ask for help and give help to those who need it. And it's a reminder that we are all strands in the vast web of the cosmos. If you could see in the back of this card, there is a spider that's so beautiful. It's hard to see, though. And in that web, where did I left my place? I'm sorry, you guys, I'm a little off my game, but I want you to know, where did I see it? The web. A reminder we're all strands in the vast web of the cosmos. Everything is interconnected. So that's like if you pull one string in Florida, you guys felt it in North Carolina, and so on. And so we have to have a lot of faith and love for that interconnectedness amongst each other and your spirit guides. And then last week, I also pulled this card and it came out again. This is the heart, and it's surrounded by bees. It's about love, empathy, emotions, compassion, sweetness, affection, attachments. It's everything we have to do for each other at this time. Take care of your heart and everyone else's around you to the best of your ability. There's so much to be said about this, but just as bees have become endangered, so has our acknowledgement of our wants and needs and how that feels in life. Your heart is precious, and so too are the things that you dream and desire. Something pulls at your deep emotions, then it is the asking for entrance into your most sacred realm. So Larissa, this is time for you to, I don't know your relationship status, but I see something beautiful coming for you. So let me show you. First of all, another 4, Angie, the 4 of Swords. This is about rest, recuperation, taking care of your heart again. and those around you, helping them find that safe sanctuary. The Chariot, this rhinoceros. Sorry about the lighting, and you guys can't see. This is a Chariot, that Cancer energy, discipline and determination. We are going to, step by step, all of us get through this and whatever's to come. And we're going to help lift each other. And then I got, much like Dawn, the Four of Pentacles. This is about control and security, being prepared. As we say here in Florida, if you're always prepared, you don't have to prepare. So it's the minute they say a storm's coming, I was out getting ice. I'm not blaming anybody, but there were so many people who didn't even have ice here. And so a lot of Saturday morning, I was out just delivering ice and towels and things to people. So it's very important to prepare always in your life. Then there's no panic. You're just like, you're ready. I don't want you to be on guard all the time, but it's a sense of balance in your life. And fours are all about our home, our ancestors, and this message pulls that all together, I feel. And then, Larissa, you have also the Eight of Shells. So I think this is good for the collective too. We're all going through a lot of transformation, renewal. And as you know, or maybe you don't, this is a very Florida thing too. Starfish can regenerate their little arms. And this is about emotions too. And we are in an 8-year. Then on the bottom of the deck, Larissa, I'm curious if you're interested in love, because I do feel like there's a new beginning, or it doesn't have to be about love. It could be about just happiness and abundance in your life. These things that you do desire in your heart. This is such a beautiful time for you to focus some on yourself. I know there's a lot of energy here about having to help and support other people at this time, but this is about some happiness and abundance coming for you, Larissa, and you deserve that. And these bees in the heart are here to remind you that you deserve it. And everybody, we're never alone, okay? We've got this. And I mean, this is how I got through a lot of what's happened around me. So I do hope that helps everyone, and especially you, Larissa. Angie, did you see what 474 was?
Yep. And I had it pulled up and then I flipped the page. Okay. 474, distinguish energies. And this is from the Angel Numbers book. Focus on your emotions. So you pulled the 8 of Cups, Chariot, Ace of Cups with that water energy, that feminine helping energy that Dawn was talking about, as well as Marsha pulling the 6 of Cups. People in our past helping us presently. There are many energies from many sources infiltrating your own. Your angels want you to focus on the feelings of others as they differ from your own feelings. She was also saying that if on this narrow pathway, your feelings don't have to be the feelings of others, just kind of, especially with all that sword energy we saw, and Marsha's, that theme of the 2 to the 3 came back from Friday. And I like the advice of don't say a thing, just listen and watch people and feel with your heart there. And then several times the advice here is write down how you feel and contemplate where the emotions are originating from. Is this an emotion of I'm hurt, I'm afraid, or is this something that is a real threat that I need to have laser focus for there? Because we can handle our fears, not always easy. And you also
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
Look at that. I don't even know what 474 was going to be. I'm like, Angie, will you help me? You guys in the chat.
We talked about the scoop on the three of cups, right? The Big Dipper. And then the rainbow of the 10 of Cups scooping everybody up. So that would definitely flow. You said on the Four of Pentacles, you're already prepared. And
Wow.
I believe,
Not
that's
anymore.
what Dawn said as well. Like, just be prepared. You've done enough. If like, just kind of sit back and watch is what I'm getting there. You're going to regenerate. Was that heart card a 23 or 28?
It's 24.
24. So that's a 6. Okay. So then the bees are all about community. And again, around the heart energy of those cups. So, and then that black cat, that reminded me of the show. What show is that with the Sabrina, the Teenage Witch? So with that black cat, I was like creating, and then you mentioned there was a spider web on that, which is all about what can I create anew if something's being taken away or washed out. What can I create anew?
Rebuilding our web, we can do it.
Receiving what's in that cup to give out. Yeah. Very nice.
Thank you, Angie. I packed my book and I haven't unpacked it yet because I'm not quite sure. I'm out of the woods yet. We're going to Dawn now. She's going to dive into some more stuff for Peggy. But real quick, Peggy, thank you for everything. And I loved your comment. I haven't had a chance to tell you the 7 Sisters of Pleiades. Love it. Okay. But Angie, thank you. I knew that number was going to resonate. Amazing. Okay. Thank you, Dawn. Over to you, babe.
Hi. So Peggy, because I felt really connected to what's going on in Asheville, I was like, oh, let me be the one to pull cards. So I have pulled cards. They volunteered out what they wanted to say. And I really love this energy because it's very inspiring to me. So to start out with, we have the Page of Pentacles. They're going to start over. They're going to start rebuilding. They're going to start cleaning things out. And the energy that came next was this 9 of Pentacles energy. They're going to come back from this. I mean, it's going to be, people are going to be coming back. They'll come back strong. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. And the next energy that came out was the Lover's card. Now, the Lovers, of course, can be about connection, but originally it was a lot about choices. And for me, this is saying choose love. Choose love out there when you come across these really hard circumstances. And I did want to say, there was somebody made a comment, it was Donna Marie, that yes, you will resonate with other people's readings out there, most definitely. And that's the way of spirit getting through a message to people, that it doesn't have to be specifically a reading for you. But if you connect to someone that is, starting to pull cards, or there's a card that feels that, oh, that feels like something that's been going on with me, pay attention. Pay attention. So that's a very, very true thing that goes on. I did get the 10 of Cups again. I got this receiving energy of, we are all there to help each other out. We are all there to be together. That divine feminine of taking care of each other. These are the first people on the scene, right? These are the first people on the scene. Your neighbors, your friends, your family. This is important energy for everyone. And then I got the Queen of Cups, that intuition, that higher level of keeping yourself connected. And it's very interesting that she has water up to her waist. So she's very much, even in the midst of all of this water, she's still keeping that higher connection to what's going on in her life. And to me, I think that says things beautifully. Everyone there is working together. And again, I just get this wonderful energy of these being future leaders that are there, that are going to take this energy with them into the future, that they know what having helpful people out there means. I did pull one last card from the Shaman Stream Oracle, and it was number 30 card. And when it first pulled out, I was kind of like, what does this mean? But then I started reading the meaning and I was like, oh, perfect. It's called Horseman, Herald of Change. Right here. Good news. Caution, herald of change. When the horseman appears, he is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows the bad news. Your task is to point out the beautiful when others see only the ugly. Note the possible, no matter how implausible it may seem. This does not mean becoming giddy or blindly optimistic, but rather reminding yourself that every storm cloud has a silver lining. Become a herald of the positive. Put away the fatalistic attitude, the dire predictions, the dreadful expectations about the world or about your life. Declare the arrival of a new and better you. Proclaim that you have risen from the realms of the dead, woken from a long and dreadful slumber, and are back on the world stage. The show is on again. So I will pass the baton. Go ahead.
All right.
Making
I
me
think-
cry, Dawn. Making me cry, girl. Making me cry.
All right, Jenna. All right. So I was drawn this morning to LP. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I haven't seen you before, and hopefully you're still on. But I wanted just to pull some cards from Spirit and give you some messages for today and for the week. The first card that I pulled was an angel number card. Now, this is not it's 0110. So I don't know if ladies, it's not a palindrome. It's a mirror image of the numbers. And the key for this LP is belief systems. Go after what you want. Destiny, inspiration, talent, gifts, appreciation, and gratitude. You are blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out in the crowd. Embrace what makes you different. And I think this is a really big message for many of us. We are all discovering who we are as souls, and stand in your truth of being the soul that you came to be on the planet. This is your path to success. So if you see this repeating number this week, it's more confirmation, LP, that you're on the right track. I asked for you, which archangel was assisting and guiding you at this time? And this is Archangel Raguel. It says, be fair in all situations and resolve conflicts. Archangel Raguel is the angel of justice, is a pale blue energy. So you may actually see some blue energy around you this week or around others. His aim is to bring about a fair result in any situation or relationship. He enables people to find their truest integrity. If you feel that you've been treated unfairly or that life has been unfair, Archangel Raguel will give you the strength and confidence you need to stand up for yourself. So it's also associated with speaking your truth and standing in your truth. And so choosing this card indicates there could be a misunderstanding or some sort of conflict in your life or in a relationship around you. And again, it's just a reminder that you can call upon Archangel Raguel to help bring justice and closure to whatever potential conflict this might be. I ask also energetically, what do you need this week that could turbocharge or super boost your energy? And this is the energy of compassion, all right? And it's 15, which relates to 6, the number 6. Yeah, trying to rebuild a new tower. Compassion.
Flower of life, too.
Sorry. Okay, came out to my mom and it didn't go well. LP. All right, here's your guidance. The frequency of compassion supports your ability to stand by others without judging them and being the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. So as you look at this situation with your mom, if you can find a way, which I know sometimes it's difficult to find compassion for her, but also find compassion with yourself and go easy on yourself. And I think that's another recurring theme that we've been hearing is we have to be less critical of ourselves and more compassionate to ourselves and give ourselves a break. So if there is an area where you're being too harsh on yourself, just relax and let compassion and kind of being an observer allow you to step back and look at the situation with greater clarity and less emotion. Now, I asked also Spirit, what would LP want to call in this week? And this is the Nine of Pentacles. Dawn, you just pulled the Nine of Pentacles. And this is a beautiful energy of abundance. And it's typically around confidence. It's around, I can manifest in my material world. It is, I am living my life with security, with confidence, with resources, with flow. And so this is what Spirit wants to bring into you this week. I asked Spirit, what should LP let go of or release? And this is the Five of Pentacles. And someone else pulled this as well. And this has to do with the concept of lack or fear or feeling left out. So there's something that may be going on with your mom where you've been felt left out or not included either in a situation or some sort of communication, because what you don't see coming is the Eight of Wands, which is all around communication. So there seems to be some sort of communication that is forthcoming to you that hopefully, or maybe you need to initiate it, that can help work through this situation and bring it to a better sense of balance between the two of you. And I asked Spirit for what's one last message for her. And this is the Six of Pentacles. And this is another six card, but this is beautiful energy of generosity of resources, generosity of spirit, equal give and take. And in your relationship, the thing that I guess Spirit is saying to you, what might be out of balance in that give and take? Because oftentimes many of us are givers, but we're not good at being a receiver. And so is there any balance where you've tipped the scales in one or the other, or it's a situation that you've been thrust upon that you've had to deal with? So Spirit is guiding you to say, equal give and take in this relationship, investment of time, your resources, your generosity, but make sure that you guard yourself to make sure it's balanced and fair to you as well. So those are your messages today, LP, and what a blessing to read for you today. Thank you.
All right. Let's see. I've got Natisha. Okay. So I feel like the connection that you are asking about is actually going much better than what you feel it is. So I pulled with my Romance Angel Oracle and I got past life relationship. You have known each other before. So this is not a new person to you. This is someone that you already know. And with the tarot, I pulled for what is this connection? And I got the Two of Cups, also validated, you know, that this is someone that you know, this is a very strong soulmate connection. The blessing of this connection, we have the King of Swords. So there is some truth, there is some honesty, clarity in this. I feel like, and that's the part that you're not trusting, that you do know so strongly about what this connection is for you, but you're not trusting that. Your guidance is the Ten of Pentacles. And so that is about building the foundation, building the solid foundation. This is that abundance. It's accepting the abundance. So what Sari just said, sometimes we can be really good at doing and giving, but not good at receiving. And so I feel like that this is, if there's a block there, it's your block. You're not allowing it to come in because you're not seeing it. You're not trusting it. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. Again, that's celebration. This is your people. You do know this connection is true. And I pulled with the Art of Manifestation Oracle. What can you do to help bring your manifestations in? And I have, you are safe now. It is safe to relax. And so, again, validating that you're just not trusting what you already know about this connection. You've been through a major ordeal and you've been amazing. You've handled it all. But as a consequence, you've learned to live on high alert. This needs to change. Your mind needs peace and your body needs to relax and repair. This card brings a message. You are safe now. It's okay to relax. And so I feel like that you can trust this connection. You can trust what you're feeling about this connection and moving forward in this connection. All right. So we're going to move forward with Angie.
Okay, guys, I'm going to be rolling the brown dice today for our moon in Virgo energy, our grounding energy. So if you have not yet had a reading, especially if you've never had a reading yet, or if you're new, make sure you put a number there in the comments, and I will read the first person's, that's whatever comes out. So that's whatever spirit wants you to know. So put your numbers in there, please. Okay, keep going. Marianne, my number is 5 here, 5 of change energy. I'm going to go with that. My Virgo deck here with my animals. Lots of synchronicities today, guys. If you guys were noticing that. A lot of messages of harvest, the abundance, seeding the next generation, future leaders. Really nice. Okay. A lot of community energy. A lot of sixes. Lots of sixes. Okay. So for Mary Ann, best and highest messages for Mary Ann today, whatever comes out, please and thank you, Spirit. Thanks, y'all, for being here. We were commenting on how awesome it is that you guys are all checking in with each other. We just love to see that. So first card out here. So you got a 5 on the dice, a 5 of change, and we've got the very famous death moth that was made famous by Silence of the Lambs, which is on the heart chakra opening card of the strength card in the light seers deck. There's a little lamb down by her. So having the strength to see the beauty and the newness in this deck. So if you can see, it is a certain specific moth called the death moth that might have some extra messages for you if you want to look at the spiritual meaning of that. In this card, it is lighting up with the lightning bugs, the 2 cups that are not broken, and there's something that is exiting. And this is an encouragement to, there's nothing to be done here about the broken glasses. Even if we glued them back together, it's something about it never being quite the same. It looked the same, but it would not feel the same. Focusing on lighting up what those 2 cups are. What was the lesson of this? What is leaving? That eclipse energy, this one in particular, is all about ending something to start another thing, which we talked about the 2 to 3 progressions on Friday here. So the 2 to 3 progression, right? We want to focus then moving down. It's like feels like a down, like a steps going a final countdown energy. And what we're counting down to, when we focus on that 2, it quickly manifests and turns into a 9. Because with this in between time, we have that accelerated manifestation, right? That black cat, the Sabrina the witch, the creativity, the creation of something new. Our veil is extra thin. Atmosphere, energetic energy in your environment. This is what's going on. We have extra spidey senses, the spider, extra spidey senses. There's that tower energy that Dawn was talking about. But right underneath that is the Wheel of Fortune, counting down to that 1. Go from something broken 3, focusing on the new 2, manifesting this new energy to completely change the wheel of fate. I mean, this is getting ready to shake your tail feather here, girl. Let me see you shake your tail feather when we're flying out of this other situation, whatever that is for you, work, love, whatever it is, something ending and starting new. Now, the Page of Swords in this deck, that is a ferret, like ferreting out some information. The pages are, of course, bringing messages or sending messages of the king and of the court. The Page of Swords is the least learned of all the pages. He has a lot to learn. He needs to do the most research. And you see how his paw is on the sword, like ferreting out this truth, might take some extra research. It might not be what you think it is, because around here we have these, like, I always think poppies, like the voice in the Wizard of Oz when they're taking a little dreamy nap. Something might seem a little askew, or like it might be confusing because there are mountains behind him in this. I feel like after the new moon, this information is going to be ferreted out here, because this waxing crescent just has not stopped. And that's before we hit the first quarter. So it's going to be sometime between Wednesday and next Wednesday that we might be able to put our paw on maybe this truth that we didn't see. In addition, at the top of this shake your tail feather, there's our 2 cups on either side of that crescent moon, waxing crescent again. That crescent moon is holding a lotus. So regeneration and that phoenix energy rising from the mud. It takes a lot for every single flower of that lotus to unfold. It's a lot of energy. And I love that the 7 cups are fanned in his tail here. And this is focusing then with the 2 at the top. Like I said here, the crescent moon that I saw here is confirmed with this 9 of cups. The higher you can shake your tail feather and shine. Shining was a big message from the weekend, as well as this high priestess energy of being able to see the heart. Lots of cups today, guys. Lots of pentacles. So watering the seeds, these potential, this our harvest is coming in here for a lot of us. Just hang tight, but there will be something you're able to pinpoint here, I'd say, in the week after this eclipse starting Wednesday. I hope that helps you. Fly away.
Okay. Woo, that was amazing. I am blown away. I hope you guys found that all helpful. I found so many messages for me as well. I did not mean to interrupt you, but that flower of life came out, and you know me and my sacred symbols. I'm like, ah! I just wanted to start talking some, and then Angie did it, but I didn't interrupt her. But I almost did. But you guys, wow, thanks. And I do want to tell you all, this kitty cat's name is familiar. He has a name. It's familiar. And I love that. And I want to close with this, that again, we're never alone as we go through this. And just to remember that we can rebuild our webs, all of us, again and again and again. We have the strength to do it. We have the grace, and we have each other, which is amazing. And so thank you all, ladies. Thank you so much. And everybody in the chat, thank you so much. And to those of you new, thank you for being here. And I do hope you'll come back. We'll be live again Friday at 6. And Jen, our next monthly event, I believe, is October 20th.
Yes, October 20th.
Thank you. Yeah, mark that down, you guys. That's again, we do free readings on Mondays and Fridays, but also we do the monthly special events. And if you join us there, you can be entered to win an entire free reading, a personal free reading from one of us. So that's a lot of fun too. And I just want to send you all so much love and prayers and blessings that we start to transform through last week and what's to come, and that we keep being able to see each other here every week. I love you guys. Anybody want to say anything else? Okay. They love you. I know they love you. Okay. Bye.